Hey, there's Peggy. It's a quick little video. We had a little problem with Peggy. She had some problems with her shoes, man. My boy was out riding her, and we had a little problem with the heavy-duty tube. You'll notice down here this valve stem, it's doing a little rojo twist, as we call it. The tube basically got the valve stem pulled off of it the other day when we were out riding, and the reason is, and I worried about this, but I thought we'd see how it goes, and it was a fail. This rim has no rim locks. You see them on motocross bikes and aggressive bikes like that, but basically all we have is the valve stem to keep everything from twisting, and the tire twisted on the rim, pulled on the tube, ripped the valve stem off, and she went flat. So I'm going to take these babies off, and we are not going to install just one. We're going to install dual rim locks on the back of this bad boy, prepping her for a little more aggressive Dualsport action. Now the front one, I want to show you this. You notice the angle, see the angle of the front tube? This one hasn't torn off yet, but it's really close. So I'm going to take it off too, and we're going to put dual rim locks on the front as well. Probably could get by with one, but then there's a whole balancing issue and everything, so we're going to install duals. So hang tight everybody, I'm going to rip this baby off, and next time you see it, she'll have dual rim locks, baby. Hey folks, well, I just took the rear tire off of the rim. I wanted to show you the carnage. This is what happens when you don't have rim locks and you're dual purpose riding. Ouchie wah wah. There's the valve stem. Tore it right off the tube, folks. It's supposed to go like that. Whoop, got ripped off. It's a shame. This moose tube made in Europe, man, this thing is thicker than Rojo's you know what. So I'm going to prep this rim now to drill it off center so it stays balanced. Two 8mm holes, one on one side of the rim in the center, one on the other side of the rim, and 8mm sized holes for the rim locks to go in, and then we're going to put her back together, folks. At least that's for the rear tire. And by the way, if you want to know what size rim locks to use, never mind. What you do is you measure inside bead to inside bead, minus 1/4 of an inch off of that, and that's the length of the rim lock you need. Can't remember, I think these are 3 1/4 or something. So anyway, check this out. Right here I drilled an 8mm hole in the rim, and on the opposite side I did the same thing. Chamfered the edges. That's where the new rim locks are going to go. There's the old stem hole for the valve stem, and she's ready to put back together. I've got some new dual wheel locks on Peggy, front and rear. This is the front tire, and check it out. There's the new wheel lock for right here, and right exact opposite there's another wheel lock right there, keeping the tire balanced as best we can. So we got 2 of those. We've got some balancing weights right there, and that baby should not twist anymore. And if I run around the other side so you can see, Pimpin' Peggy, prepping her for a little Dualsport action. Right there, folks. Got a wheel lock there, and it's opposite right there. So I'm hoping, now I got a brand new tube in the rear here, that wheel stays on where it's supposed to stay on. It won't slide off and twist, tearing the tube. So that's hopefully one more failure point that we learned getting Peggy ready for Dualsport stuff. We've been riding her hard. But we did tear the valve stem off the rear tube, and that was because the tire spun on the rim. So now we've got dual rim locks in the back, dual rim locks on the front, good heavy duty tube in the front, good heavy duty tube in the back, and she's going to be back ready to roll tonight. So another step in pimping Peggy, prepping for Dualsport, baby.